Welcome to Dear Diary, the self-love podcast. This is your place to dive deep into personal development and self-love inspiration, connecting you to your intuition, your body, and your higher self, while unlocking and activating your confidence and inner power, inspiring you to show up and choose you over everything that gets thrown in your way, instead of listening to the limiting beliefs running around inside of your head. We will explore a variety of topics from conquering fear, letting go of doubt, self-awareness, mom guilt, trusting your intuition, along with a ton of self-care tools that I'll be sharing along the way. With solo sessions and a magnetic guest list of remarkable souls, this is my platform to empower others while using my voice to share my self-love, growth, and healing journey. I hope that this podcast serves you well and you get as much value from it as I do sharing it. So here we go. Okay, so I want to share something with you before I start today's episode. We are going to tap into the power of meditation because it's easier than you think. But before I do, I want to just talk about something really quickly. I didn't realize when I recorded this episode and when I scheduled my June workshop, Finding Your Bliss, I didn't realize that this was going to be the energy of the planets this week. So for those of you who don't follow human design, it's okay. Hang tight, stick with me. This still applies to you, or it can if you allow it. But for those of you who do follow human design and you are familiar with the transits, we are in the energy of gate 52 and 58 this week. Okay. Gate 52 is the gate of stillness. Gate 58 is known as the gate of joyousness. Okay. I have gate 58 in my human design. And I'm like, well, of course, it's this week that I chose to speak about this during the podcast and I chose this workshop. Like, of course, there are no coincidences. Okay. So I just want to talk about this really quickly. And then we're going to get into today's actual episode. So I'm recording this as like a little sidebar, but I think that it's important to talk about because this energy of getting still to find your joy, I did an episode on it last week. It's what the workshop's about. Like, it's everything, y'all. You can't really, it's a lot harder to find your joy when you allow the chaos around you to consume you. You know, I mean, like, I'm not saying anything that you don't already know. Okay. So we're going to talk about this really quickly. Whether you have these gates in your human design chart or not, whether you care about human design or not, this stuff is still super beneficial to know. Gate 52, the gate of stillness, it represents a need for solitude and introspection. Okay. It brings in this energy of like withdrawal, seeking inner peace, taking time to be with you, taking time for self-reflection. This is important for everyone, whether you have this gate or not, right? So feeling this desire to retreat from the outside world and find stillness to explore your inner thoughts, your emotions, finding time for deep contemplation and gaining insight, accessing the wisdom within. This is everything. This is like self-care, self-love 101. You hear me talk about it every single time. I don't have this gate in my chart, or at least I don't think that I do. I have my chart right here. No, I don't, but I must have been conditioned by it because this is everything for me. This is literally like, you hear me talk about it all the time. Getting quiet, shutting out the outside, tapping into the inside. This is where the magic happens. This is where you gain so much clarity and so much inner wisdom. Instead of seeking for the answers outside of you, the answers are always within you. You just have to get quiet long enough to listen. Right? Which is hard. I'm not saying that's easy. It's not. But the more you do it, the more you take this practice of stillness, which comes with meditation. This is why I meditate. The the easier it becomes to get the answers, the more you're in tuned with how to listen for the answers, right? It's like encouraging this energy of just honoring your need for alone time so that you can listen to your inner voice. Because your inner voice knows everything that's good for you, right? Just got to get quiet long enough to listen. So that is gate 52. Gate 58, the gate of joyousness. This embodies this playful, spontaneous energy, right? It represents the joy that comes from being in the present moment and embracing your life's experiences with enthusiasm. So, like feeling a surge of lightheartedness, of playfulness, this desire to have fun, a willingness to take risks, encouraging you to just sort of like let go of your worries and embrace the simple pleasures in life. This is everything that the workshop's about. It's bringing you this, or it can bring you, when you tap into the stillness and you tap in and allow yourself to experience the joy, it brings a sense of freedom and a reminder to enjoy the journey rather than solely focusing on the end goal or all the things that we need to do. Like, allow yourself, give yourself permission to experience the joy, right? Like, I mean, and something so simple as like doing the dishes, right? Like, how can you make a chore? I posted about this in my stories a couple of days ago. How can you make something so mundane like folding laundry, doing the dishes, vacuuming, cleaning, whatever? How can you make that joyous, right? Maybe listen to your favorite podcast. Maybe do some breath maybe that's not joyous for everyone. That's joy for me. Okay. But like, what can you do to make it joyous? Can you have a dance party while you're cleaning your house and get your kids involved? Heck yeah, you can. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I used to do that when Brennan was younger. Now it's like, it's not so cool for me to do that anymore. I kind of annoy him when I break out in dance party, but that's neither here nor there. Like, what can you do to bring small little moments of joy into your life? Okay, so during this week, if you're listening to this podcast now, June 27th, we're gonna air this today. Maybe it's time for you to find some balance between solitude and playfulness, allowing yourself moments of reflection while also embracing the spontaneity of finding joy in your life. Okay? Get curious. How can you do this? We're going to play a meditation at the end of this episode, but I really just wanted to share this because it's important. It's important and it's relevant, like always. Okay? So I'm going to give you a little food for thought, some questions, and then we're going to tap into some meditation. So right now I'm going to put these journaling prompts in the show notes, but like, get curious, write them down, get out your journal, get in stillness. Okay. What are some challenges that you're currently facing in finding the stillness? We live in a very fast-paced world. It's summer, kids are home, life is crazy. How can you navigate this chaos, these challenges, and prioritize more moments of inner peace? Likewise, more moments of joy. We're busy. I get it. These two things are still really important to have in your life: stillness and joy. Okay? What insights or wisdoms have you gained in the past when you've allowed yourself to be still or to seek your joy, right? Like, bring yourself to a prior moment in the past where you've allowed yourself the space to just get quiet. What have you received from that? Maybe it was more patience for your kids. Maybe it was some clarity or insight as to how to move forward. Same with joy. When you've allowed yourself to experience joy and just slowed down long enough to like be in the moment and have fun and be playful, what did you gain from that? right? Probably a sense of ease and peace and just like, right? More of that. Remember all of those times when you've allowed yourself the space to do these two things. Like, how did it work out for you? Why should you continue to do it, right? Are there any areas of your life where you crave more stillness and solitude or more joy and fun? How can you create space for these two things? And one last one that I wrote down. I want to find it. Okay. Explore the concept of joy in the present moment or stillness in the present moment. What does it mean to you? What does it mean to you to have quiet time? What does it mean to you to be playful and have fun? And how can you practice being more present with these two things? Just simply embracing the simple pleasures of life and allowing yourself to play and be in stillness. Okay. And they really go hand in hand. For me, I like to do the stillness first. I like to get clean, get clear, get tapped in, tuned into my most grounded self, my highest self. And I do that with stillness. So I oftentimes will meditate in the morning and just like get super quiet, listen to what's going on inside of me, listen to what's activated inside of me, feel my feelings, get clear on where I'm at. This is a process that takes like maybe 10 minutes, sometimes 15. If I'm really crazy, I'll sit for like a half hour, right? Then maybe I'll journal, brain dump some things that are going on my mind, get it all out onto paper so that I can just like see what's alive inside of me. And then when I create more space by like getting that out, getting really clear and grounded with myself, then I can tap into fun and play and go be with my son. And I'm fully present in that moment. I don't have all the things that I just brain dumped onto a piece of paper or reflected on, when I was meditating. I don't have all of that taking up space inside of me so that I'm like sidetracked and I'm not fully present with my joy, whatever's in front of me, right? So these two really go hand in hand. I'm so excited that this is the current energy of the transit. I love it. It's amazing. Now we're going to go into meditation. So don't turn this podcast episode off. Like maybe if you have to come back to it, come back to it. But like I want you to hit pause and I want you to go find a quiet space and I want you to just be. It's like 20 minutes, okay? 20 minutes of a guided meditation. And not even really, because I explain why meditation is so important. So it's really only like 10 minutes, okay? But be with this next half of the episode. Allow yourself, give yourself permission to be in stillness, to meditate. And then when you're done and this episode is over, go find some fucking joy in your life, okay? I love you. Thanks for listening. Welcome back, you beautiful souls, to another episode of Dear Diary of the Self-Love Podcast. I'm your host and self-love embodiment coach, Amanda Beatty, and today we're diving deep into the transformative practice of meditation. Yay! I know, don't everybody get excited all at once. I know there's some of you who just were like, click, done. And then others are like, been there, done that, do it daily, got it. And then there's a few of you who are like, I can't shut off my brain. I don't even care about this. I've tried it. It just doesn't fucking work. Well, if you are interested in finding moments of calm and inner peace, but find it challenging to quiet the ever-chattering mind, then this episode is tailor-made for you. Yes, for those of you who can't stop thinking, you're constantly like, and you just can't chill the fuck out, this is for you. Now, you might be wondering, like I was when I first started my meditation journey. Like, why is meditation so important? Why is everybody talking about it? Like, I get it. It gets you present, it calms your mind. But, like, let me shed some light on this practice for you. It's not just like a passing trend or a spiritual thing. It's a powerful tool that can enhance every single aspect of your life. Like, this is the number one tool that I go to aside from breath work that is in my self-love, self-care toolbox that I break out daily, like daily. Okay. So it's not just like a thing, it's like a thing that you should know how to do. And yes, there are ways to learn how to do it effectively so that you don't sit down, think you need to sit crisscross applesauce with your hands above your knees and your thumbs and like, no, we're not doing that. Okay. So first and foremost, let's explore some of the incredible benefits of meditation and that it brings into your life, okay? Studies have shown that a regular meditation practice can reduce stress and anxiety levels by like 10 times the amount, okay? And I don't know, that's just not really an actual fact, but like if you go Google, if you desire to, like go Google how amazing meditation is, okay? I'm just like, that was just trying to get your attention, okay? It's amazing. It enhances your awareness. It cultivates mindfulness. It brings you to the present moment. It helps you connect with your inner self, your true self. Not this busy you who your mind's going a million miles a minute. You're like a Google tab with like 400 tabs open and like million plates spinning in the air and you're like, like not that version of you. The deeper, highest vibration within you, okay? So, here's the thing. When you can get present and you can have something like a tool, like meditation, for example, that supports your mental clarity and focus, it helps you spin all of those plates and get clarity and around all of those Google tabs that you have open and the demands of our busy lives. It helps you navigate that with ease and grace. Okay. So it's not just about what is happening while you're in a quiet, comfortable position, breathing, listening, noticing. It's what happens afterwards too. And the more that you meditate, the more that you cultivate this sense of peace within you, and it becomes like homeostasis, right? It becomes familiar to your body. So like a rubber band, right? Like you can stretch it, stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. And when you let go, it's going to go back to its familiar shape, right? It doesn't stay stretched out. So that's what meditation does for you. It creates this sense of ease in your body that you can take with you. Now, I'm not saying you're going to go sit down and meditate like, twice in 1 week and then like, boom, you're healed. Okay. No, but making it a habit, making it a routine, getting your body used to just being in stillness and your mind used to just shh. It enables us to respond better to life's challenges from this place of centeredness, okay? It's huge. It's huge. This is like, I'm not being paid to tell you why you should meditate, but this is why you should meditate, okay? So now I'm going to address the elephant in the room. I understand that many of you listening might see or feel like the thought of meditating is just like, it's a fuck no, right? It's like daunting. I can't stop my thoughts. How could I possibly meditate? I don't even have 5 minutes to sit by myself, let alone spend it doing that. Like, let me just assure you that it's not about emptying your mind and silencing your thoughts, okay? Like, get that straight right away. It's not about emptying your mind and silencing your thoughts. You're not trying to push your thoughts away, okay? Because that's, I believe, a really common misconception that I had in the beginning. Like, I can't shut my mind off. It's going a million miles an hour. Like, this isn't working. I'm not doing it right. And then I'd get up more frustrated than when I sat down. Instead, it's about cultivating, creating a space within yourself to observe the thoughts without judgment, without fixing them, without pushing them away, just offering yourself and your thoughts love and compassion. That's it. You don't have to shut it off. You just welcome it with love. But when you're so busy doing all the things and spinning all the plates and all the Google open tabs, you can't do that. It's not as easy to do that. And you become more overwhelmed, right? So I just wanted to share a few tips with you. Okay. And then we're going to do it. We're actually going to do it. Yes. Don't shut this episode off just yet. We're going to do it. And it's going to be quick and it's going to be beautiful and you're going to love it. And you're going to be like, wow, I just did that. All right. I could do it again. So start with a few minutes each day. Okay. Consistency matters more than the duration when you're beginning your meditation journey. So like don't do what I did. I went right into Joe Dispenza and I meditated I started off at like 30 minutes and then I did 45 and then I did an hour and 15. And it was like I was floating in space and it was a whole thing. Like I just went big, went hard, boom, threw myself in both feet. That's how I do things, okay? But I don't recommend it for everyone. So just start with a few minutes each day. And find a quiet space where you can just be undisturbed. Like let your family know, hey, I'm going to go do this thing. You don't even have to tell them you're meditating if you're not into it. And your husband's going to look at you like you're cross-eyed, right? Or your kids are going to be like, what? Just tell them, I'm going to go do this thing that's going to really calm me and make me loving and peaceful. So could you just give me a few minutes so that I can come back and be a better mom, a better wife, a better friend, a better whatever? Okay. Find a quiet space where you can be undisturbed and just sit comfortably with your eyes closed. Just land in the moment. Okay. And that's it. That's it. That's literally it. You can do a guided meditation. Those are great. They were how I started off in the beginning because I needed something to listen to pay attention to. You can Google them. They're all over the place. There's apps. There's Insight Timer. If you go to the link in the show notes or if you follow me on Instagram, the link in my bio has a bunch of free resources. I have a ton of guided meditations where I incorporate breath because I think that that's really important too. But find something, even if it's just silence. Find a time to just be. There's no right or wrong way to meditate. Each person's experience will be unique, and it's perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay to have thoughts and distractions arise during your practice. It's going to happen. There are some days where I start to meditate and I am like, oh my gosh, there is no way I'm going to be able to just drop in and chill today because my mind is like racing. And I let the mind racing happen. I let the thoughts come. I just notice and observe them like they are clouds in the sky or bubbles from one of those bubble machines, that like floods the yard with bubbles. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? You ever go to a barbecue and somebody's got like a bubble machine and you're like, where did all of these fucking bubbles come from? Sometimes it's like that, And sometimes I can just, boom, drop in. They're gone. Like my body is just so used to just being present and in stillness that it happens quick. But that took time. I've been doing this now for almost 2 years, meditating daily, almost daily. There's times where I get out of the habit and then I immediately notice my attitude's shit, my temper's shit, my patience is shit. Like, it's just bad. And then I'm like, oh, what is going on? Oh, yeah, okay. So let's get back into that. But embrace the moments when you sit to meditate. Embrace all of those thoughts. Embrace the bubbles. Embrace the cloudy day, just with kindness. And then return back to your breath. Return back to just being present in the moment. Okay? It's so much easier than you think. Okay? So again, not trying to empty your mind. Find peace and quiet. We're cultivating awareness. It's not about eradicating the thoughts. It's not about, finding solutions or clarity. It's just about finding the stillness within the whirlwind of chaos that is our minds. Okay? And you don't need a lot of time. You don't need a lot of time. Start with 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay? If you listen to Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks, she talks about it all the time. 15 minutes a day. That's all you need. If you can do 15 minutes a day, that's all you need. Because chances are, out of that 15 minutes, maybe only 3 minutes, you'll have complete quiet, stillness, right? And that's okay. There's no right or wrong way. There's no right or wrong way. It's about bringing presence to your practice, okay? So, are you ready? Are you ready to do this? I invite you right now to take a few moments and find a comfortable position. Take the biggest breath that you have taken all day. Allow your body to settle, feeling supported by the surface beneath you. Take in another deep breath in. And as you exhale, close your eyes. Let's begin by bringing our attention to the breath, noticing the quality of your breath. Just breathing naturally, feeling that natural rhythm of your breath as it flows in and out without any effort or control. Softening your face, relaxing your facial muscles, relaxing your jaw, unfurling your brows, dropping your shoulders, maybe sitting up a little taller if you're seated. Back to observing the sensations of your breath with each inhale and exhale, as if riding the gentle waves of your own breath. And as you continue to breathe, notice any areas of tension or tightness in your body. And with each breath out, imagine releasing that tension, allowing your body to soften and relax even further. Feeling a sense of ease and lightness spreading throughout every muscle and fiber of your being. fully present in this moment with your breath, allowing any thoughts to be there, letting them come and go without attaching to them. Shifting your focus to the present moment. Becoming aware of the sounds around you, both near and far. The sound of my voice. Noticing the gentle rise and fall of your chest as you breathe. Feeling the points of contact between your body and the surface beneath you. And as you deepen your awareness, allow any thoughts or distractions to come and go, just like those passing clouds in the sky. There's no need to hold on to them or judge them. Just acknowledge their presence and gently guide your attention back to your breath. Your breath is your anchor in this present moment. Now I invite you to bring your attention to the sensations in your body. Notice any areas of warmth or coolness or tingling. Maybe a heaviness in your shoulders or your neck or your chest. Embrace these sensations with a sense of curiosity and openness, as if exploring the landscape of your own body. Taking a moment to cultivate gratitude for your body, this vessel that carries you through life's journey. And with each breath in, imagine breathing in love and compassion and appreciation for yourself. And with each breath out, release any judgment or doubt that may reside within you. Taking in a deep breath, filling your lungs with energy. And as you exhale, allow any remaining tension to just melt away, leaving you feeling calm, present, and at peace. And whenever you're ready, gently wiggle your toes and your fingers, slowly bringing your awareness back to the room, opening your eyes and allowing the light to gently enter. And just take a moment to savor the stillness and tranquility that you've cultivated within. I hope that this brief moment of mindfulness, this short little meditation, has provided you with a sense of peace and inner calm. Remember, you have the power to return to this place of centeredness whenever you need it throughout your day. I can even notice, just guiding you through that, my whole tone changed from the beginning of this podcast episode. Do you notice that too? I'm just speaking a little slower, a little bit more intentional. Not trying to rush through to make this a quick episode so that you get a lot of value from a short amount of time. That's the good stuff. You have that tool with you always, and it's free, my loves. It's free. So I hope this episode served you well. If it did, share it with somebody who could use some chill in their life. Drop it in your stories. Tag me. I love it when you guys share because it notifies me. It makes my heart happy. You share it with the world. It's beautiful. I thank you. I thank you for joining me today on this journey of self-discovery, embodiment, and meditation. And until we meet again, may you continue to embrace the beauty of meditation and allow it to nourish your soul with peace and love. I see you next time, guys. And that is it for today's episode. I hope that these words activated and inspired something inside of you. And if they did, please share this episode with a friend or on your social media, and feel free to tag me so that I can say thank you. The more people who hear these words along their path, the more we can help inspire and heal the world. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave a review. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Sending love and light until next time. I'll see you soon.